function that we will use on the spreadsheet is called freeze panes. What this function does is, just imagine if this spreadsheet was very long, if they had not 16 but say 160 products, but we still want to keep track of the headings in terms of product code, product, the months, totals, averages, etc. In order to do that, what we can do is we can freeze this row so that even if we go all the way down, we should still be able to see this row of the headings. And in order to do that, what we need to do is select this area below the headings, which is A6 to K28, A6 being this cell and K28 being this cell. Once you've selected that area, you can click on View from the Home ribbon, and you will find the function called Freeze Panes. Click on Freeze Panes and just select the first one, which is Freeze Panes. You can also select the other two if you want to keep one column constant or at the top row constant or frozen. So we'll select the first one, which is Freeze Panes. Now you'll notice a line appears here on the top just underneath row 5, and what that does is it fixes that heading row. So if we if we go down all the way, we will still have the heading row which will be seen no matter how further down we go into the spreadsheet. So this is a great function when we want to freeze the heading row so that we can go all the way down to the spreadsheet and still see all the headings. Okay. The next function that we're going to use on the spreadsheet is we will see how we can format the pages to be able to print in different ways. So if you click on page layout, there's a function called print area. Now this function allows you to set print areas for your printing. You can see that here. So let's say if we wanted to select A1 to K28, that being our print area, we need to select that area first and then click on set print area. So what it does is it has set the print area that it will only print that area and nothing else. But what you would notice there is you can see this dotted line after column G, and you can see a dotted line after column K. This means that it's going to divide the printing into 2 pages, which may not be very efficient. So what you may do is you may want to print the whole thing in just 1 page. To do that, we can change the orientation of the page. At the moment, the orientation of the page is portrait, so it's straight this way. But you can also select landscape, which is this way, horizontal. So if you click on orientation and select landscape, see what it does. It changes your print area to the whole area because you have now changed the orientation of your paper to landscape from portrait. You can also increase or reduce the sizes to fit into 1 page. So if you click on size, you can actually select which size you want, or if you go to more paper sizes, you can even select adjust to say 50% of the normal size, or fit to 1 page wide and 1 page tall. So no matter how big your spreadsheet is, by selecting this option, automatically it will fit the entire spreadsheet into 1 page. It may become very small if it's a big spreadsheet, however it will fit it into 1 page wide and 1 page tall. Now if you click on print preview, you can actually see how your printout will look like. So we can now close the print preview, and if you wanted to print you could just go into your Office button and click on Print and Print, and select the printer that you want from the list and press OK. So what we've done through this exercise is we've learned some basic functions. So we learned how to merge these cells. We learned how to color them through the fill color function. We learned how to increase or decrease the font sizes. We've learned how to apply a border through the border function. We've learned how to do bold. You can also use the italics or underline as required. You can also change the font color through this font color option. And we've learned how to apply the control key to be able to extend the product code by one each. We've used the auto sum function, and we've also used the average function. You need to remember, for the average function, you deselect the total cell because the total is not part of the average. We've also learned how to use the round function to do rounding to the nearest $10. We use -1. For decimals, we use 0.0, 1.1, 2.2. For nearest hundreds, we would use -2, nearest thousand, -3, and so on. We've also used the count function to count the number of products, which was again through fx, and you just select the area, which was A7 to A22, to be able to count the number of products on the spreadsheet. Then we use the freeze pane option so that we can go all the way down to the spreadsheet without losing the top row, which is the heading. Now you can do most exercises on section 1. Thank you.
Alert dialog box. Please remember to save your work at regular intervals. Press tab to continue. Lock file. www.edu. For October 2nd, 2009. Highlighted. Press enter to confirm this selection.